continues on his tangent. I am sick to my stomach. I stand up and he's still talking, and then I put my shoes on and he's still talking, and I grab my keys and he's still talking, and I cross the apartment to the door and he's still going, and it's not until I turn the doorknob that he says, "Hey, what's wrong? Where are you going?" So without a word, I leave, I get into the elevator, he runs outside, he's yelling after me, I close the door on him, get downstairs, he's yelling the whole way, I get into my car, he's yelling out of his window from like 5 stories up. I'm driving home, he's calling me non-stop, texting me, "Come back, babe, what's wrong?" So I stopped talking to the guy, and he stopped talking to me, and I'm just like, okay, this is it. 2 weeks later, I get a call. I answer the phone, and he says, "Hey, how's it going?" And I'm like, "Good, what's up?" And he's like, "Yeah, life good. Any big changes?" And I said, "No." And he said, "Did you start your period yet?" And I said, "No." And he said, "Oh, well, are you okay? You're late. Go take a test." And I was like, "I'm late?" So apparently this guy had been tracking my menstrual cycle. I don't even know my menstrual cycle. Then he starts telling me to go take a test. And I said, I don't need to take a test because I'm not pregnant. But he's like, "Babe, come on, come over tonight. We'll watch Apple TV. We'll order some food." This is my New York accent, by the way. And then he goes on to this whole thing again about me trying to extort him for money. And I said, "I'll tell you what. If I am pregnant for somehow miraculous conception, I won't tell you, and you won't have to worry about it." But he's not okay with that either. So that night, I go home. I'm getting ready to go out with my friends. I'm headed out the door, and I get a knock at the door. It's him. Shows up at my doorstep. Don't know how he has my address, and he hands me a bag. And in the bag is 2 pregnancy tests that he's insisting that I take right now. I tell him I'm on the way out the door. I just went pee. I can't take a pregnancy test. You're insane, but it'll make you feel better. Leave the pregnancy tests here. I'll take them in the morning. So he's trying to get me to take this test. "Babe, come on, just take one. Let's hang out. You don't need to go out. You look amazing by